Fuck the Oscars, you know? Fuck the Oscars! Fuck you!
The movies, the internet stuff is so violent. It's so incredible.
I see worried about it just because the consumption of these violent video games has been going up continuously since the early 90s, and yet youth violence has been going down.
If you look at juvenile crime statistics, which have gone down dramatically over the past 15 years, it really doesn't seem to bear what the American pediatrics.
You can pick up guns, knives. You can now choose to punch, kick, headbutt people, stab them.
What is going on, everybody? This sensual voice of Tuned In Live is back and rolling, baby. It is September 25th. We are almost to October. It has been, God, 3.5 months.
Been fucking forever.
Yep. It's been 3.5 months, guys, since we streamed our last show, which was Through the Doorway. But I'm going to do a little bit explaining about that here in a little bit. But here I am today with my permanent co-host, Empire. What's going on, man?
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We are back, and we are live on twitch.tv/Arrow with a name, and on YouTube, Arrow Entertainment. Hopefully you guys are joining us live. You can say hello in the chat. K-Sir, viral guy over there on YouTube.
fucking viral guy.
Oh, yeah. So, everybody, this is Tuned In Live. This is our main podcast right here with Arrow with a name and all. And I do have some things I do want to, clarify and clear up. Before we get into, we don't really have a topic today because we got a little bit to talk about.
I got plenty of fucking topics we're going to discuss today. We're going to talk about 2020. That's the topic, flat out.
Oh my God.
2020.
Let's
That's all you got to
see.
say, 2020.
So, back in June, we had our final, with everybody.
No, it was
here,
actually,
with-
no, it was not June. It was in March.
Yeah, true. No,
It was in March because I know.
I was looking it up, and it is it was June when we last streamed. It was Through the Doorway, and there was a lot of things that I got caught up with spending time with the family and getting things straightened out and all, especially like right now with the way schools are, and we will get into that with as Lycan said, hashtag fuck 2020. But
Right.
I
Fuck
took
that,
a
jabroni.
I took a hiatus, and I was thinking about just, let me just retire, because here's what happened. We had a set schedule for 3 podcasts. Tune In Live was on Thursdays. We had Utter Random Crap on Sunday, and Through the Doorway was Tuesday.
On Friday.
It was Tuesday. It used to be on Saturday afternoons.
Yeah.
But what happened was a lot of things would come up, and like I said, I was spending a lot of time with my family and all, with my kids, and we were doing a lot of different projects. Shadow is here on Twitch. What's going on, man? You caught up with the podcast? Hey, what's going on, Ron? So there was a lot of stuff going on at the time, and every time
3 podcasts was just getting too much to do for 3 people.
Yeah, we could say that. Yeah. So here's what happened. Like, I had a lot of things going on at the time, and on a day where there was a podcast, I would end up having to push it off because I was busy, or I got tied up, or I was too tired to do one, and I had to keep on postponing it. And I know Tom.
There's just a lot of people that were getting sick and getting injured too. I mean, that's just personal stuff there, and we all know.
Yeah, Tom.
But,
Tom was going through a lot of stuff himself, physically.
So, and then, certain people didn't want to join the stream. I'm not talking about Tom. I'm talking about other people too. They didn't want to talk about certain topics, but we wanted to cover the certain topic. Couldn't. So it's like, well, scratch all this.
Yeah. So there was a bit going on. So I took a hiatus, and I talked to Tom on Facebook. I said, I'm going to take a hiatus. I don't know if I'm going to be back. I don't know if I'm going to come back. If you want to take over Through the Doorway and Utter Random Crap, they're yours. They're your babies. I just don't want to see him die. They're his podcast, and I expect him, he did carry on. He did take Through the Doorway into a new direction, which is what I like, because the first episode he did with Loki, and Loki was a part of his team. He had video calling on the live podcast, which is what I like. It's something I wanted to do originally, but it's not going to work on everybody's end with the video feed and all. But it would have been pretty cool. He did it pretty well, and he was able to manage it. He had 2 or 3 episodes of it, and then something happened. Something with his hand. I forgot what it was. But he's taking another hiatus on that. He don't know if he's going to end up doing anything with the podcast. But I would love to see, Tom, if you're here, I'd love to see you do something more with it, man. You were doing pretty good with it. And his wife, we call her Tenchi. She took over Team Encoder, and they don't know if they're going to be continuing Other Random Crap. I hope they do. It's a really good podcast. It's hilarious as hell.
It's pretty fun. It really is. I mean, if you go back to look at it, Team Encoded, all of them out there. We actually blast with the majority of them.
Oh yeah, so all those, because all those podcasts, they're still uploaded on the channel. So if you guys go through later on, if you want to check out all that stuff, it's there for the show. It's there for the show, and you guys enjoy it and all. But I've been thinking for like the past month, with everything. It was
2 months because I brought it up 2 months before.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
And I've been wanting to come back, but like I said, things happen. You get sidetracked. You get too busy, whatever. And plus, like right now, we're going to get into it. And I'm able to have a little bit more time.
Actually, I want to discuss a quick thing before we get into 2020 real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
My girl, of course, we were just talking about haunted houses and stuff. All right. And she actually experienced this one place that's abandoned in Georgia. And hopefully, whenever she's all settled and all that, we go take a trip because I want to get this shit on fucking camera. And if I do,
no
I'm going to fucking send it to you.
No
shoot you
doubt.
the fucking mouth. Because I was telling her about, remember we was doing Tom's chair and all that shit? I got to find the video and share it to her. I was
Yeah,
explaining
if you can't find it, I'll send it to you.
Yeah. Because I was telling her that we saw these orbs, and I think, what was it? Didn't I dare you like 11:59 or 12 o'clock that night? I think it was a rainy night on my end, but it was clear on your end up there too.
Yeah, at one point
And
you ended up losing power at one point.
Yeah, after we was reviewing it. So, and it was pretty interesting because, and then we had the funny bloopers. I was like, the second time we did was a blooper shit. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Because every time I would try to say, hey guys, let's do this, somebody be blurting something else. I'm like, geez, you freaking Pete's, what I got a delay?
Yeah, it was a lot of good times back then. And
oh yeah. Great
it's
times,
also,
actually. It was really great times. It was not just good, but we came up with a lot of good subjects and stuff through the doorway. And if you haven't watched that, I highly suggest to watch season 1 and part of season. Or which one we did the channel? What, season 1?
Yeah.
Or was that season 2?
Yeah, it was. I think it was end of season 1 or season 2, beginning of it. I think it was around. Well, I think
it
it was
was season 1.
It was a couple months before October.
Before we hit season 2. Yeah. So it was actually season 1. If you haven't watch the Through the Doorway, it's in season 1 with the chair. And we've had a great blast doing the trying to get some kind of paranormal experience, and I thought that was a fun thing to do, like with that Through the Doorway. I think that was the greatest thing we've ever done in my book.
And
because
it
gave you chills. It gave you chills. It gave Tom a little bit. Well, Tom kind of already had the experience because he's been living there, but it gave you the chills. Like, you know what? That's a fun thing to freaking do. Yeah. And so I think that'd be something, Tom, if you're listening, man, that'd be kind of cool stuff, man, to do. I know you don't want to do the chair, but go to like abandoned places stuff. Suggestion.
Yeah, he was supposed to do that with Loki. Well, we were originally going to do that, and
supposed to you, him, and Verto before he moved.
Yeah, there was quite a few things with that. Like I said, I ended up going on hiatus because of a lot of things, and Tom took over. So Tom was going to go, and he was just going to say, "Fuck COVID, let's go find some places to go to." And he has a couple of pieces of equipment. He has a good camera, and I love the camera that he has. I was going to get one.
invest in one at one point, weren't you?
Yeah, and I didn't have the money for it, but we were looking into I was looking into getting one, but they're like, I think the one I was looking into was like $150 for it, I think.
Well, that's kind of, well, I'll tell you what, I'll tell you what would have been really freaking cool if we would have done it is one of them EV system things that they can talk into.
Yeah.
You can hear what they're saying. That would have been freaking epic. And I think you can get those at Radio Shack, I think. If the Radio Shack's even around anymore. But.
Lycan, if I can find a way to create a let's see, invite people. Here we go. I'm gonna create you an invite to the new Discord. Yeah, we missed talking to you too, man. Let me look you up on here. I'm gonna send you a link to the new Discord. And I'm gonna explain that in a second.
What's he
here.
talking about? What happened? What happened?
He misses talking with us.
Oh. But yeah, it's just a couple things. It wasn't a dispute or anything. It's just that, a lot of people were taking hiatuses, and, when people get hiatuses and, you walk away from it for a while, you kind of like look back like, I really miss doing it.
All right, Lycan, I just sent you the link on Facebook, so you can hop in our new Discord. So here's what happened. It was a while ago, right around when I was going to get back into podcasting and live streaming. I got locked out of the other Discord channel.
How the hell do you get locked out of your own shit?
I had it on two-step, and here's the thing. I didn't have the Discord. It's an app where you can set it up to where if you two-step it, you would get a code from it. And I didn't have the app on the phone.
And you didn't even check your emails?
Well, the thing is, you could send it to an email, but the thing is, they're like, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. I'm like, I don't have the app. I can't access the app. I can't access. I even contacted the people over at Discord.
Contacted customer service.
Yeah. And they told me, just like I looked up online, they said, you're shit out of luck. Basically.
Here's a big meme of the day, shit out of luck meme.
I'm shit out of luck. I got locked out of Discord, and I was like, fuck it. I'll just create a new Discord server, and I'll just start inviting people. I didn't get a chance to.
I was wondering what happened. I'm like, why the fuck did he make a different Discord? I'm like, this is fucking retarded. I was like, doesn't he just put the fucking thing on his phone number?
Well, now I don't think I have it two-stepped with the codes.
Well, you better do it. You better do it with your phone number. That's one way to do it.
I'm gonna re-download the app, and I'm gonna do it that way. So there's Lycan. He just entered. Welcome, Lycan. Say hi.
Welcome, Lycan.
So another thing I will announce: we no longer are on Facebook. We don't have a page on Facebook, sadly.
Actually, I think we still do.
Nah, I took it down. Because it was a chore going between Twitter and Facebook at times, trying to post everything that I can. Plus, with my hiatus and my quote-unquote retirement, sadly, Tom and Team Encoder has split from Arrow, and we merged as Arrow Encoded. But it's all good. No hard feelings.
No hard feelings.
Nothing at all. And I wanted Tom.
It was just pretty much that there was too much streaming and not enough taking a break and trying to gather information, because it sounded like to me, and Mike can tell me if I'm right about this or not. When we came up with a topic, we had like not even 24 hours to come up with something like a page list of shit.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, now we got to get set for this stream, and then like, oh shit, we got to come up with this stuff in 24 hours. It doesn't give you enough breathing room to come up with a different topic for each week. Because if you think about it, one stream, once a week, one topic, that gives you fucking 5 or 6 days to find all information you want.
Yeah.
And we have plenty of information now. 2020 itself is just information, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Trust and believe. So that's what I was telling Mike, I think during his hiatus, like, Mike, let's just do one stream, one day, set a time, we stick to that time, and that's it. That gives us plenty of time to take a break or do what we got to do, or with our loved ones, families, whatever. and then
Yeah.
we can get the information that way, so we're not in a rush. And I think that's what was going on. We was in a rush with 3 different streams going on, and it was just becoming an impossible task.
Yeah, and plus it really takes a toll on everybody when
Because sometimes, I mean, when I'll be honest with you, I was getting tired of doing 3. I was like, man, let's just do 2 or 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Personally.
I mean, yeah, because with Through the Doorway, it was an idea for me and Tom to get together and do that because it was a show about paranormal, the unexplained, stuff like that. And of course, Utter Random Crap, it's a fun podcast to do everything, but like you said, and it's agreeable, and I'm pretty sure Tom would agree if he were here. It is hard work trying to keep up with 3 different podcasts and spread it out, every other day. Whereas that now Tom has taken over completely Through the Doorway and Other Random Crap, which I'm glad he has.
And I think he's going to get rid of Utter Random Crap. I think because I think I've seen a thing he posted today. I think he's just going to stick with Through the Doorway.
Yeah, and whichever he does.
I mean, but the thing about it is what I'm trying. I guess I'm getting at is Utter Random Crap has been dead for so long now. I think the last time we did it was 4 months ago.
Let me go
5,
back on my
6.
let me go back on my video list here.
Because if you wait 5, 6 months, people are going to forget about it.
Yeah,
I mean, now since he's got Through the Doorway kicked back up,
3 months.
that's more.
Let's see. It says 3 months, but the last one was June 14th. The end is near. What was this? Oh, what was let's see the topic.
That was a 2K bullshit, wasn't it?
With more protests and riots occurring, SpongeBob is now. I would have forgot that SpongeBob was now gay.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that
SpongeBob
shit.
was gay. And then the Mayans predicting the doomsday around that time. Oh, that's right. We were supposed to die 3 months ago.
Oh yeah, were we? Yeah, that's right. I'm still alive.
We were supposed to kick the bucket.
Yeah, well, the channel. Well, we kind of did take a hiatus, so we kind of did kick the bucket for just 3 months.
Yeah, true.
That's
Let's see. Like and said, I need to get with you about setting bots up for Twitch. For Twitch up, I stream sometimes now. I've been working with it. Setting up bots, I would say look it up on YouTube. Because I still don't know how to set up bots yet. Now, when it comes to what Tom was doing when he did the first episode of Through the Doorway with season 3, like I said, him and Loki had their cam showing. So they had a cam show, and I'm still trying to figure out how to do that. You could do that using Discord. Discord now, you can actually video call instead of voice call. So you can video call each other, and you can have that up there somehow. So if I can figure out how to do that, I might get with I might have to get with Tom on that. Because he did it pretty good. It's just the only thing that he needed to work with on that episode, and I helped him out with it, was his echoing on Loki's end. Because Loki had a bad echo, but they eventually fixed that through the show, which was good. What did Lycan say? You can do all that through slobs. Oh, okay. I'll figure that out. Now, let's see. We got rid of Facebook. Now, Twitter. Okay, we do have a new Twitter.
Oh, here we go.
Let me go with
this. Let's start off with 2020's topic, shall we? I mean, I'm ready for it.
Well, here's one 2020 topic, Twitter. Okay. So,
here we go.
Last October, I ended up losing my first Twitter account because I said something about Hillary Clinton to CNN on Twitter.
Fucking Hillary Clinton.
And
well, fuck, we're gonna say Joe Biden now, all right?
The next thing I know, my Twitter's gone. I'm like, fuck y'all. So I made a new Twitter, and I made a new Twitter, I think like 2 or 3 months after that one got lost. And this time around, it was about some idiot. Well, we were ranting about this idiot on here months ago. He calls himself Captain N.
Oh, we gotta talk about that guy, really?
Well, he's been on and off with his little bullshit lately and all. Just like me and this guy calls himself Psycho. He's actually in our Discord, and we've been fucking back and forth with him. The dude fakes DMs and threatens people and shit and screen caps everything. So I was saying some stuff not directed at him, but he thought it was directed at him. The dude has some loose screws. He's got some loose screws in his head. Like this dude, I swear to you, he must be a pedophile because of the way he acts and everything. He's a 37-year-old man with mental disabilities or something.
He's got that Trump syndrome, making everybody go fucking crazy. He probably fucking wears a mask in his own fucking car, playing Fortnite or some bullshit like that. God forbid. I mean, Jesus.
I bet you that motherfucker.
Say people like that, but
He probably sits
damn.
there in front of a mirror with lipstick and, would you fuck me?
Whoa, easy. there,
Playing
Hugo.
goodbye horses and shit.
All right, he playing Save. He's playing the Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy, some bullshit in the background probably too.
Yeah. Dude's 37 years old and he's targeting teenage girls and all on Twitter, role playing with them. And his thing is,
that's called playing roly poly.
if you go against him, if you disagree with anything on what he says, he attacks you. He harasses you and attacks. This is the kind of person he is. So, this guy that I know, he lives in Kansas. He calls himself Psycho, and him and I we do a back and forth thing on there, taunting him a little bit, but it's not directed at him. And he thinks it's like we could be talking about somebody else. We could be talking about somebody we talked about a while ago.
Fucking 10 fucking
Steve
years
Scroat,
ago.
you know. And he'd be like, "Oh, you're talking about me. You're talking about me." Well, I said something. I forgot what it was, or one of my posts or whatever. This dude's known for flagging tweets on Twitter. So that's how I lost. That's how I lost my last Twitter.
No, the real reason he lost is because of censorship, and he said Hillary Clinton. He told me specifically it was Hillary Clinton. He didn't mention anything about other shit. It was fucking Hillary Clinton's fault.
Now I'm on number 3. I'm on number 3 Twitter. It's at Arrow with a Name on Twitter.
So what happened to the second one?
I just said Captain N and his marvelous Game Master clan. You know, one man and 20 accounts.
The one man hand clan.
The dude that had a problem with you unfriending him on Facebook.
Right. He had a big issue. I hurt his feelings. Well, guess what? Facts over feelings. You're a fucking freak. Leave me the fuck alone.
So that's what happened with the Twitters and all, and that's pretty much it. For all that, and Tori.
But let's get to the real point why we're talking about Twitter, since we're talking on the Twitter subject. Now, since 2020 has become the most famous year of them all, now we're all going to be censorship. But here's the kicker, everybody. Since we're on YouTube and they don't like all of us, we are uncensored, unfucking filtered, and we're going to speak our fucking minds. Okay. And stuff. That's right.
Well, let's see. So here's one piece of censorship, okay? Not only with Twitter, Facebook does it too.
Facebook too, yeah. But there's actually a thing, Mike. I think you shared it with me. Oh, no, we didn't share the one thing we was going to talk about. But there's these fact checkers and spy checkers and shit. If you type in there looking up people, you'll get like a fucking shit ton of.
Let me go into this one thing real quick, and it's funny it's funny you mentioned the fact checker thing. Okay, anybody that posts shit on Facebook. So
now they got the fucking blurry screen bullshit now.
I posted something last night, and Mel's a witness. She was like, "Are you posting it again?" I said, "Yeah," and here's why. Okay, this whole bullshit with Breonna Taylor.
Oh my God!
Everybody
I just saw something on this fucking shit last night.
Everybody only knows the half truths about it. They only know what the media feeds you. I shared a picture that somebody had posted on Facebook. The truth about Breonna Taylor.
Oh yeah, I seen that shit.
She wasn't an EMT. She was terminated in 2017. She was knee deep in criminal/drug dealing activities with her ex-boyfriend. She was on jailhouse recordings running drugs for her ex-boyfriend. She was under surveillance for months running drugs. She was on the warrant, as was her car and her apartment. The officers did, in fact, knock first and announced, despite obtaining a no-knock exception.
There's another thing. I watch a YouTuber, Mike. You might have heard of him, Liberal Hive Mind. he's actually pretty good, and he's a Democrat, but he's actually in the middle. He's like the libertarian middle, classic independent, whatever
Okay.
bullshit. And he was talking about that last night. I watched a little bit of it, and he actually got his wrong. That they just went in there without knocking or saying anything,
Bullshit.
but there was a neighbor out there that actually heard and saw everything. So that neighbor, I guarantee you, got paid to say some bullshit and twist the story.
Well, you know what's
around,
funny
you know?
about that with the no knock thing? I was listening to Rush Limbaugh yesterday because I had just picked up my car again from the shop and I was on the way home.
Well, last time it was fucking oil change. Last time it was fucking turn signal. What's it this time?
Fucking oil leak.
Jesus.
2020 is not my year for this
20.
car.
Fuck. You might as well say your car's got fucking oil corona or some shit. It's got the leaks
It
and the
might.
shit out of that motherfucker.
But I was listening to Rush Limbaugh. He had somebody on the show talking about it, and even Rush said the same thing. The cops did in fact announce themselves when they showed up. They announced themselves at the door. There was a no knock thing for the warrant. They did announce themselves, which leads to the next point. Breonna's boyfriend fired from inside the house at the officer, striking an officer.
In the leg.
Yep,
in the leg.
and then officers did fire back, and Breonna took the shots. And they tried to say that she was in bed sleeping. No,
Yeah.
she was not in bed sleeping. She was awake. So how can you be in bed sleeping when there's gunfire? When somebody's
Man, that must
shooting
be-
a firearm.
That must be some heavy fucking sleepwalking then.
Exactly.
Just gotta say.
Yeah, I posted like 4 times last night, huh? it's sad.
Oh, hey, look, all right. I posted the fucking Clorox bleach shit where fucking Trump was, or the fucking Clorox bleach fucking pills. I got
Jesus
flagged for that
Christ.
shit too. So I mean, fuck everybody. I mean, now you got the fucking TikTok fucking Benadryl challenge. All right, I heard something about this too.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
On I forgot what I was watching. I think it was Don Benigino or Ben Shapiro. They were talking about this fucking Benadryl challenge. Now, what dumb fuck's gonna pop 20 fucking Benadryls? I mean, come on, man. I mean, shit. Why don't you go pop some fucking bubble gum and chew that shit for
Pop
a
some
while?
Xanax.
Yeah. No, not even that. Fucking, Xanax. No, don't, because you'll end up fucking busting a vein in your fucking head or something.
But yeah,
my
so that picture, I shared it 4 times last night in 2 different ways. And every which way I shared
Two
it,
different ways.
it was
You didn't
blurred
get
out.
erased somehow?
It was blurred out, and then it said, and it still says it on my my thing here, partly
gotta do is look
false
it up.
information. It's like partly
Yeah,
false information. The same information was checked by another post by independent fact checkers. Who's checking the facts here? Is it Pelosi? Is it Biden? Is it some fucking gerbil on the wheel? Oh, better yet, I know who it is. It's those fucking twins from the movie Good Morning Vietnam. That's who's fact checking the shit. You ever seen that movie?
No, Mike. We didn't mention the good name for it that got you banned. It was Hillary Clinton doing the fact checking. Let's get it fucking right.
Yeah, there
all
we
right?
go. The bitch got me banned from Twitter once, and now
Yeah.
she's doing it again.
Yeah, she's trying to get you banned for the 4th time this year.
Why am I looking
mean,
at a
fuck
video of Boogie2988 on fucking Twitter in a bathtub playing with rubber ducks?
Oh, Jesus. You sick motherfucker.
I just turned on Twitter and there's a big fucking TikTok video of Boogie2988 naked in the tub, laying back, tossing fucking duckies in the air.
Now you have destroyed my mind. You sick fuck.
But yeah, here's how 2020 affected me. Okay, so far. So my car, I've had it repaired several times. You know, one of the first times I told you was like I took it to the shop to get front end struts put on it, which is good. You know, I got the struts.
It was a struts. I remember.
And of course, after that, I keep hearing this knocking sound from my front end every time I turn the fucking tires, even though nobody's pointing out there's nothing wrong, there's nothing broken or anything. But I'm like,
Ran over a deer.
okay, maybe it's the car. Maybe it's the car settling in. Maybe I ran over a raccoon or something, and his brains are rattling up in there or something. I don't know.
It could have been a BLM protester. We don't know.
Yeah,
all look
maybe
the same.
I finally hit one of them.
Yeah, you probably did. 10 points in GTA, right?
I had some ups and downs, but I never folded. Exactly, hon. So then I took it to get an oil change about a month ago because I needed an oil change. And then 2 weeks later, I'm leaking oil. I'm leaking oil. The oil light came on, and also I took it to the mechanic.
Licking oil?
Yeah, it's licking oil.
You said licking oil, not leaking. You said
it's
licking oil.
it's licking oil. It was licking it off the ground. But I took it back to the shop, and I said, look, I got an oil leak. I just had it in here a couple weeks ago. Can you figure out what's wrong with it? So they put it up on the lift, and they saw like all kind of gunk and oil built up around like the axle area and all that. And he's like, oh, you got that bad valve gasket valve cover. I was like, casket. Oh, I was like, okay.
That's not like a Russian. Are you sure he wasn't a Russian agent?
Because it was leaking a while back anyway, but it was slow leaking. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I ended up getting it repaired, and the coverage for it was like $140, I think, or somewhere around there.
Just 140. Did that stimulus check cover it?
What
I know
stimulus
you rubbed
check?
that in my fucking face the first time you got, you little prick.
I ain't getting no second stimulus check, even though we were supposed to.
We're supposed to be getting it this October, right? I've been watching a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Sorry. And your ass ain't getting the first one this time, motherfucker. Remember that $600 George Bush check you got? You didn't get that motherfucker either.
Yeah, don't remind me. But yeah, so I ended up paying for it. I was like, okay, it's fixed. He said no more leakage. Okay. So 2 weeks go by, and this past Tuesday or Wednesday, yeah, it was Wednesday. I got home
because I texted you. I think on Wednesday we was gonna try to do it mid September.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah, because
I think I was out the auto shop too by the time all this shit happened because I was out. I don't know, it wasn't. Maybe I don't know where the fuck I was last week.
somewhere.
I was somewhere. Yeah.
But yeah, it was Wednesday morning. I was on my way home from work, and of course my oil light ended up flashing. I was like, here we fucking go again. So this time I dropped the car off. I said, find out what's wrong with this damn thing. It's leaking again. And they checked. This time it's a seal right around where the oil pump connects to the oil pan. So the oil pump is
the manifold. It sounds like
the oil pump is external. So they were going to charge me $550 for it.
Yeah, because they got to dig through all that bullshit you got in that car.
And I'm like, I can't afford fucking $500 something. I just shelled out $140 some 2 weeks ago. So
hey, look, all you had to do is call President Trump. He would have gotten you taken care of. You say, hey, look, Mr. President, we're under a pandemic. We got this
a couple
shit.
million.
I need a $500 extra stimulus, you know.
Fuck $500. Loan me a couple million for life. But yeah, I was like, and I took my dad down there with me. My dad was like, is there any kind of cheaper alternative? Can you like finance him or something like on it? Because I can't afford that shit. So then he suggested, and my dad eventually told me that he thought about it the night before, and I'm like, so you're just now telling me about it, to get a bottle of Lucas oil leak stop.
You never heard of that shit?
I know about Lucas. I didn't know they had something like that.
Oh my freaking god! They have it in Walmart in the auto section. Jesus.
I mean, I know they make it for engines.
I know they got shit for freaking radiator shit and everything else. Hell, even I knew about that. Even transmission shit.
See, I didn't know they had.
That Lucas shit is pretty good though.
See, I knew about Lucas for years. I didn't know they had something like that. So I bought a bottle of Lucas and a bottle of Blue Devil, which does the same thing. And what it does, you put it in your you put it in the oil part of your engine. It's very thick, so it goes in pretty slow.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to drive around for a little bit to get it mixed in with the oil, get it all in there. And what it's supposed to do, it's supposed to go through every part of the car that the oil goes through, and any cracks, leaks, anything at all, it covers that, and it creates.
It seals it up.
Yeah. So I put that in yesterday.
It's a treatment plus a sealer is what it is. It's all mixed in one.
Yeah, so I put that in yesterday, and I'm like, okay, this should be good. So tomorrow night or something like that, it should be dry, sort of. So I'll check it, And then now I probably got another problem. And I think I got a coolant leak or something because my brother just put some coolant in my car. I'm like, I can't win with this shit.
No, that's a fucking. If you're leaking out smoke, you got a fucking. It's probably the thermostat if your car's overheating.
It's not overheating. Actually,
Well,
my
you better watch
thermostat.
that fucking. You better watch that fucking gauge because let me tell you something. When I had
I'm
a
always
fucking
watching it.
Cadillac, when I had a Cadillac DeVille, that motherfucker had a fucking serpentine belt rip for fucking stupid fucking reasons. It was a brand new. It wasn't even a brand new. It was a 2001 or 2004 Cadillac DeVille, and first thing I saw in that damn car was Devil. I was like, I knew this car's gonna be fucking bad luck. And I was like, and so I traded in my Malibu. You remember I had the fucking silver Malibu, right, Mike?
Yeah.
So I had the silver Malibu, and my sister fucking got hit by a truck. And I was like, fucking bastard. It was my fucking 32 mile per gallon car I ever had. But so I had the DeVille. So here's the things that went wrong with it. First was the fucking alternator. Got that fixed. Oh yeah. Then I get to fucking Winn-Dixie in Dothan, where I was living at the time, and I heard a big old snap. And here I am trying to turn into Winn-Dixie. Here's the fucking power steering fucking belt broke.
Oh wow.
I'm like, holy shit. And then the hard part was there was a police officer behind me. I was like, oh fuck.
You're
I
done.
almost hit a fucking car trying to turn into the motherfucker. I was like, shit. And that was $14. And then it was a hot day. I think it was a summer day, maybe a fall day. It was like 70, 80 degrees out. It was a hot day though. And next you know, I see this, I heard this psst. Here's a fucking hole in the fucking radiator bullshit that goes into the fucking engine. So here I am now with a fucking Cadillac, and I got to stick another probably $3,000 into it, which I didn't even bother with that shit. I said,
Oh wow.
I'll drive the motherfucker fucking heating up. I'll just shut the engine off.
Yeah.
Every fucking about 5-6 miles, pull over, turn the car off. And it was the only way to fix that thing. Because I mean, shit, everything I had with that car was adding up. I was like, geez, it's a nice 300 horsepower car, but hot damn.
Let's see. Like it said, the oil and radiators leak stop stuff can be dangerous. It can clog up your system if it doesn't heat properly. Actually, you know what? I think I would believe you on that because when I was driving out yesterday, I just now remember this. I was driving out. I was out for maybe about 25 minutes driving around, and I was sitting at a traffic light, and of course my engine light comes on. I was like, oh, that ain't no surprise. Well, my engine light usually comes on randomly,
Only
and
when Mike grabs it.
I know what's wrong with it, and it's usually like an oxygen code or something, which I need to replace my O2 sensor. I need to get my IAC valve cleaned out. I got to replace the spark plugs. I probably got to put a new filter in
You
there.
might as well just get a brand new damn car. The way you sound like all this, you might as well just get a brand new damn car. Because the more you keep putting in that damn thing, you're
Yeah, I
paying for a
know.
brand new car with that much money.
Well, Mel already said if there's anything else that goes wrong with it that I need to pay out for, might as well just crazy rate. And I'm like, yep, I think I'm going to do that.
You know what? You can make a demo car out of that bitch.
Yeah, demo it right into someone's house.
Fucking right, dude. Fucking go demo rate. Hey, you know what? I shit you the fuck not. If I had an extra car, I'd make me a fucking demo derby car. I shit you the fuck not.
There we go.
Them shits are fun to fucking do.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I would too. I'd drive the piss out of that bitch and just say, you know what, motherfucker, I'm gonna win this bitch and just put somebody in the fucking wall or whatever, dude. Fucking NASCAR style.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they do have. I went to PA one time. It was up in I think it was Hanover, PA, either Hanover or Uniontown, PA, and they have this like oval track, a dirt track, and when they did the demo derbies and shit, they would go sometimes an 8-figure shit. Man, them fucking wrecks are unfucking believable, dude. I'm like, damn, I wish I could do something like that.
Yeah. Did I
I
hear
said, no,
this?
my fucking ass, I ended up fucking paralyzed, hit the wrong way.
Like I said, did I hear the story about the guys who tried to loot a gun shop in Philly? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear nothing about that. I don't think yet.
I'm trying to figure.
There was something in Philly about the Antifa guys breaking their own fucking members' cars. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, And that's a bad thing about
Bruh.
this year. Like, aside from like my personal issues, like, all right, I got another personal issue. Okay, and
Oh,
I
shit,
know,
here we go.
I know everybody is feeling it right now with this mythological COVID bullshit still rampant.
No, are we going back to COVID again? Didn't we just debunk this shit 3 months ago?
Well, it sort of has something to do with it. This fucking e-learning bullshit.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's the thing we're going to talk about. Yeah.
Fuck, oh my god. So it's very frustrating with this e-learning bullshit, you know, because there's still a lot of schools throughout the country that haven't, you know, allowed the kids come back yet for their
Right.
education and all.
Education, yeah. That's if you want to call it that north.
Yeah. So now all the kids are homeschooling with these fucking Chromebooks and shit. And let me tell you, those Chromebooks are the worst piece of garbage I have ever worked with.
Hey, they got that Internet Explorer back from 1995.
Yeah, they just disguise it as Google Chrome. Oh my god. But
Oh, shit.
it's amazing, like, and I'm dealing with two kids too. You know, I'm dealing with Peyton, and she's in 4th grade, and Avery, she's in kindergarten. Avery's a little bit more easier. She having a little bit more fun with it. They do some little activities on it.
Here's my major question: where's a kindergartner going to do on a damn virtual schooling thing? When I was in kindergarten, we played with cars, blocks, all that shit in the school. We didn't have to do nothing except interact with people and, you know, do the alphabet. That was pretty much it, and the numbers.
Well, they were doing
That was
some. It's weird because it's almost like they're trying to start kids a little earlier with certain stuff. Like, okay, they were doing some activities like connect the dots. Today was connect the dots, and Avery is still learning to count numbers. So she's still learning, you know, what comes after 1, what comes after 2, and so forth. And we helped her with that, you know. And working with a damn Chromebook, it's like pulling fucking.
It's frustrating.
It's like trying to pull a goddamn splinter out of your fucking ass cheek with a fucking rubber glove on.
I would love to see how that happens. I mean, I'll fucking just sit there like, have you gotten it out yet?
Almost. But like today, and the teacher's just sitting there saying, "Oh, just give it some time to load up. It's working. It's going to work." And I'm like, "Yeah, you know what'll work? Me taking a fucking hammer to the son of a bitch. I got plenty of them downstairs."
That's right. Hey, remember that video you did? You fucking destroyed, what was it, a keyboard or some bullshit? The fucking sledgehammer or some bullshit? That was funny.
It was Walmart's brand, On, whatever it was.
It was Anorex, I think it was.
No, it was On. It was like ONN. I don't recommend anybody get that garbage. It may be cheap, but it. Well, actually, you know what? I should backtrack on that. I do have an screen protector for my phone, which so far it hasn't done anything. It hasn't cracked or anything, so it's doing pretty good. But yeah,
So you better apologize. You know what? You just hurt that fucking screen feelings. You better apologize to it. It might
watch. I'm gonna sit there.
Fucking 50 people.
I'm gonna sit there at work tonight playing the game on there, and it's gonna fall on the floor, and it's gonna fucking crack.
We're gonna be throwing a motherfucker across some fucking river or some shit.
Probably. But yeah, these Chromebooks, like the kids are you know. For a kindergarten, she's learning a little bit fast, but I guess try to get her in the pace of it. She's learning numbers, she's learning her letters, which it's a standard, to try to start learning that, and she's doing pretty good. And she's having a little fun with it now. With Peyton, she's a little bit more advanced, and she has this thick ass book. It's like 300, 400 pages for math. And her school
400 page thick book.
Yeah, for math, and she's got a lot of different math things in there to do.
Algebra.
Well, that's what it seems like. And the way her school session
3x plus 2x equals 9,000 fucking x. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly. See, her school session is she starts out at 9:30. She has to log into what's called the Schoology or Schoology or whatever the fuck they call it. Schoology. Yeah. And she has a list of assignments on there she completes, and then she has this book that she does for math. And we tell her, okay, just do some math until 10:40 or whatever, and then do your language arts. And then, of course, around 12:30, that's when they start doing the virtual calls with the teacher and the other kids in the class, because they split up classrooms, so they don't have a whole classroom full of kids on one meeting. They split them up, so it's like the morning. You got the morning you got the morning live class, and you got the afternoon live class. Now, what kind of teased me, what kind of I wouldn't say pissed me off today, but it was very tedious looking through her math book, and they have these blank pictures of clocks, and it's like, figure out not just the time but in fractions on the clocks. I'm like,
fractions on a clock?
I was like, how do you do fractions on the clock? Fractions on a fucking clock.
1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Yeah, that really is going to get a kid to learn something. Let me tell you.
You know, like 18/9, and then you gotta fill that out on 2 clocks. I'm like, how the hell does this shit work? And it's like 3 fucking pages worth of the shit. And
here's the thing: 12, 3, 6, 9. There you go. Cross. 1/4, 2, 3/4, 4/4.
And
there you go. There's the fraction.
Well, I was sitting there when she was live with her teacher, and her teacher was showing everybody on the Chromebook, and I guess it's amazing. Like, they can bring up different pages in Google Meets, and you can sit there and watch them do everything. And I'm just sitting there watching them do the Common Core values of that shit with the clocks.
Oh, you all got Common Core shit too?
Yeah, I don't know why they're fucking doing that.
Fucking jabroni bullshit. Fucking.
I'll blame Harry on that one too. But she's going through the whole thing, and she's like, okay, fractions, you're adding and subtracting fractions with the time. Like, let's say, okay, 15 minutes out of 60 minutes. I was like, okay, that's a quarter, you know? So she's doing all the division and the adding and all that. I was like, okay, that's simple right there. But then she does something else to where it's like, what was it, 2/5. So it's like 24 over 60. That's 2/5. I was like, how do you get 2/5 out of?
2/5 out of.
I'm like, did I miss a fucking step here?
Yeah, I mean, for real, I don't even know where the fuck you get 2/5 out of a fucking 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4 of a clock.
I'm like, where the fuck did I?
Where's 2/5 of that shit?
Where in life did I skip to get this far, you know, to where they're like, okay, this is what you're going to do. We're going to give you a page of blank clocks. Make up a fraction and put them in there. I'm like, I need some. You know what? I took a shit earlier. I should have.
Oh, no.
I should have just took that page. I just said, fuck it. I'll fill your clocks. I'll fill your clocks in for you.
I'm fucking dead, dude.
Here, what's 3/4 of this?
Fucking fists up in the fucking toilet into the fucking sewage of fucking Laurel, Maryland, bitch. There's your 2 fists.
There's your 2 fists right there. I mean, the fractions, if they're not bad enough, like some fractions I understand, but what was it, 2 days ago, they give you these fucking questions to answer and using fractions, and you're like adding them up. I was like, okay, it's probably not the right answer in their eyes, but fuck it, this is how I do things. Like, okay, 2 1/4 minus 1/3. Like, huh?
All right.
Now, I may not be the smartest man. I may not be that smart at all, but I don't remember back in high school we did shit like that. Well, maybe if you were fucking going for a job or a career as an astronaut and you're learning arithmetic and all that. It's fucking amazing. Like, the way the things that the kids go through today. And, you know, when my daughter can't understand certain issues or certain problems like that, it's like, how can I help? You know, the teachers, they don't do enough to really explain certain things. They expect the parents to know it.
They want that $15, $16 an hour job. They can't even explain what the hell 2/5 of a fucking buck is.
I know.
I mean, last I checked, you look at a clock, hey, show me 2:15. Bam, bam. It was done. Now they want to say, okay, what's 2/5 of 215? No, the fuck we gonna know that answer?
I know. Like, it's like make a bunch of small boxes to solve this simple ass addiction
All right.
problem. Well, here's the thing: they have boxes on there and all, but even if you do it what we considered the right way back when Leica and I were in high school and all, because Leica and I graduated the same year, it's like what we went through. You don't see that kind of shit today. Today it's like, all right, 2 + 2 = 4. That's your
No,
standard.
Mike, that's not right. The price is wrong, Bob. It's 1, all right? Because you get 2 and 2. You know, actually, no, wait, it's 5 because if you have the 2 without the condom, it's 5. So yeah, 2 + 2 is 5. There
Yep.
you go. There's your answer.
That, or they'll be like, okay, let's break it down. 2, break down 2, 1 + 1, and then break down the other 2. 1 + 1, add all the ones together. You get 4, and then you do 4 × 1 = that. Yeah, 1 + 1 is 3. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 + 1 is 3. That's the right answer. Because you know, if you forget the love with the glove, and yeah, you're gonna be paying $20,000 for the next 18 fucking years.
I got a perfect idea. I got a perfect example for the kids today. I'm like, you want to learn Common Core shit? All right, why don't you do what they fucking teach them at NSA and NASA? Learn to fit a square peg in a round hole. There's your arithmetic right there. Try to fit a
Holy
square
shit.
peg.
Did you just say a square peg in a hole?
A square peg in a round hole. Try to fit one of those in there. Figure that one out, kids. If these teachers today can give me an answer for 1 + 1 = 3, all right, I want to know how you can fit a square peg in a round hole. That's usually like.
Well, you do realize this. I actually had a neighbor that had a kid that was way young. I think the kid was probably about 6 or 7 years old. I was, I think, cutting the grass or some shit one time. And they said, oh, yeah, 0 + 1 is 0. I'm like, where the hell you get that at? I thought 0 + 1 was 1.
Exactly.
Supposedly, there's so much more into halves and all this other BS. I'm like, where the fuck are they coming up with this shit?
Like the biggest stuff I remember when it comes to stuff like that is like, okay, I know if you add a negative and a positive, you still get a negative. If you add a negative and a negative,
that's just common sense on that one.
Exactly.
That's fucking timing.
I just don't know how kids or how teachers expect kids to get a certain answer from a certain question that you can get a completely different answer from. Now, when we were in school, do you remember a specific term or way to do math when it came with parentheses, multiplication, division, and all that?
It was what the fuck was that? It's the multiple goes MDAS, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Subtraction was always the last one.
Yeah.
And they always say parentheses first before the outside, because if you do the parentheses, you have to do the parentheses first, and then times the outside number, and then plus whatever. If the plus is either plus or minus, that'll be it will be a negative because whatever it is, pretty much. Yeah, that was a pain in the ass. I almost failed that shit too, by the way.
Yeah, Lycan got it.
Figured it out.
Lycan got it. PEMDAS, PEMDAS. Yeah, parentheses first.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever the E stood for, I guess. And then multiplication, division, and subtraction. It's like, that's like you see these fucking quizzes on Facebook where they're like, okay, solve this. And you would think in your mind.
Oh, here's an example. I'm just going to use this as an example, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, say you're reading one of them little math. You know how they don't show the numbers or whatever? They have them in fucking letters. Okay?
Yep.
How in the hell are you going to have a student read off what the hell without showing an example of, what the number is? The kids got to figure out in their head, oh, well, this is supposed to be la-di-da-da-da-da-da. And you're like, they actually had you do that. They showed us a fucking number. They didn't show us some fucking long words.
Yeah,
like in my school days.
That's what it was. Exponents. Thanks, like it's parentheses, exponents, multi-division, add, subtraction. Yeah. But then came the like you said, the letters like x + y = b.
Yeah. 3x + 1 + 9 + whatever equals
plus
such
x,
and such.
X to the 10th power
Equals Xfinity. best internet out there, just so y'all know. You know,
It's just
Yeah.
amazing that, like, it's much different seeing it in person than when your child goes to school and learn it, and then brings it home, and you're sitting there like, huh? And then you sit there like during the school hours, and you're watching the teacher put it up on the screen, and you still can't understand the shit. Like, all right, going back to the whole thing with the clocks and the fractions, I just don't see how you get 2/5 out of 24 over 60. I'm like, wait, how? Huh? What?
Well, it goes down to the common denominator is what it comes down to, because you got to figure what goes into 24 and what goes into 60.
Well,
course it's
yeah,
going to
5
be-
goes into 60, but 5 doesn't go into 24.
Well, 5 doesn't go to 24.
So
It
I
goes
don't
into
see.
6.
I don't see where the fuck they came.
It does. It goes down. It goes 6. So you figure, okay, 24 divided by 6 is 6. Oh no, 6 times 4 is 20. Oh, it's 4. My bad. 4.
Oh
okay,
my
I'm sorry.
god, Lycan!
Shut
I
your
forgot about.
hole.
I forgot about that Lycan. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. I forgot all about that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's
I
been-
knew it was something.
It's been years since I. Oh
Good
my god.
God.
Almost like
Yeah, please
20
excuse my Aunt
years.
Sally.
Holy shit! I forgot all about
40
that.
years. Yeah, you making me sound old, motherfucker. I'm older than your ass.
God damn! It's been like almost 20 years since I heard that expression.
Try more like 20. What is it, Mike? You're what, 20 something years old? 30?
34.
Okay, so you're talking about 26 years. Yeah, 26 years.
Yeah.
You haven't heard.
I
26
forgot
fucking years.
all about that. Damn. But yeah, like,
Yeah, I haven't heard that in a long freaking time, but I do remember that though. And then, oh, here's the best one. Like, remember this one from school too? The golden rule: do unto others as others will do to you. Remember that one?
well, I remember that one.
motherfucker got thrown out in 2020.
Lycan, I'm calling your ass for my daughter's homework. Now I understand
exactly
it.
right.
24 over 60 divided by 12 is 2/5. Yeah, that's right. 12 goes into 24 2 times, and 12 goes into 65 times. That's what it was. But still, I'm like,
yeah, fuck. Hey, you know what? We're gonna be like Regis. Let's just phone a fucking friend for these shits from now on. All right? I mean, that's what we all should do.
yeah, let me call
You
Lycan
fucking
down,
bot-
Louisiana.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
no, not
right.
Louisiana, Mississippi. I forgot he's Mississippi. I don't know why I
Yeah.
say Louisiana.
By the way, y'all could take these fucking hurricanes up there too. By the way, because I'm getting really fucking sick of this fucking rain.
Oh my god, you got pummeled with what, 3 of them so far?
Fucking 2 of them.
You know when the last time we
I
saw
had to sit a
rain?
whole fucking week. Yeah, you saw the video I did with the one I was in?
Yeah.
That was fun. I got yelled up for though.
We
I got
ain't-
yelled up for. Oh shit! I just almost set my phone on fire.
Shit.
The fucking damn amber of my cigarette just burnt my fucking screen of my phone.
Oh god.
Bastard. Good thing for no screen protection, Mike, and it's still not cracked.
Dude, we haven't seen
Oh,
seen
shit, you
any
got that
rain.
fucking beta up there right now. Shut your hole. You got beta up there now. You keep that motherfucker up there. Let me tell you.
Yeah, it was starting to drizzle a little bit earlier. Let me see.
You take the rest of these little motherfucking hurricanes and come up your fucking way. We're done with them down here. We are done. We want you to take all the motherfuckers up that way.
Well, let me see here. We got like the tail end. Well, not the tail end, but it's like pushing outward.
It's the remnants of it.
Yep, it's gonna be here all goddamn night. Goddamn. I'll be
That's
working
okay.
outside in
Y'all
that shit.
got Sally too, didn't you? Y'all got Sally
No,
too, didn't you? Because
we haven't seen rain like
Bullshit.
almost a month. I shit you not. We had not seen a drop of rain in almost a month. Like
Damn, y'all
the
not-
first time seeing rain is, like I said, today. I'm like, God
Well,
damn.
Well, I lost a bet to my old lady about the last one that just went by here named Beta. I thought, yeah, right, that shit ain't coming the fuck here. I'll be motherfucking wrong if I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Lost that motherfucking bet on that one. I was like, shit.
Now,
She's
what we
right.
did have for the last, what we did have for the past week and a half is nice, cool weather. That's definitely cooled down a
Yeah,
lot.
bring that fucking shit down. I'll take that. I mean, y'all could take this fucking heat, deal with that shit on y'all's time. You want that cool air.
Well, like I said, I work outside, so I'll be sitting there with a coat on and shit, and I'll be sitting there playing games or fucking watching movies and shit, and I'm like, it'd be like nice and chilly overnight, and then it'd be like fucking 50 or 60, come like 4 o'clock and all. Math was your best subject? Oh, I forgot, man. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Everybody call Lycan up. That's the way to do it. He knows math. Shit, I almost failed math.
But yeah, that's another thing. I got a new schedule, so I'm working Friday night through Tuesday nights now, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So that's why we're live right now.
So that's why we're live. Yeah, I was gonna say, shit.
Yeah.
Surprised we didn't get live yesterday.
Well, I'm still off on Wednesday and Thursday, so I'm trying to get off Friday and Saturdays, and well, all the shifts are taken up.
Yeah, everybody does Fridays and Saturdays. You got the odd fucking schedule.
Yeah, I know. That's what Haggy told me. He was like, "You work some odd fucking hours," because there'll be times I try to get on his show, and well, now I gotta go hold of him again because one of his friends in there who deals with the Discord accidentally banned me from there because he thought I was a troll, and I was like, "No, that was me." He was supposed to get me back in, but it's all good. I even got a hold of Jeff. I say, yeah, Jeff, he accidentally banned me, but it's all good. I mean, if you give me a link or whatever, I'll hop in whenever. It's all good.
All right. Well, yeah, 2020 has been a hell of a year, man. I mean, I'm enjoying now. I'm enjoying the last half of my 2020 now. I mean, first half was a fucking disaster.
I'll tell you one thing though.
Hey, look, all right, I'm going to be honest with you. You know how my 20? Okay, so everybody, well, not everybody knows, but. Like, you remember I was in my last relationship, right?
Yeah.
It happened around the fucking time COVID came out.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't even know there was COVID in the first place. And this was back in fucking February.
Okay.
And so February rolls by, right? You know, we didn't even hear about COVID until what? Late March? About mid-March?
It was like early March. It was like late February, early March.
Well, here's the thing. So, you know, I got out of a relationship, right? And next thing they say, oh, well, we're going to lockdown for 30 fucking days. I'm like, that fucking bitch.
Damn.
I was like, yeah, I blamed my ex-fucker. I was like, that motherfucking bitch. I was like, son of a bitch, I can't go on fucking dates or any fucking thing for 30 damn days. I was pissed. I was like, that son of a bitch.
Oh, I bet.
I was like, she's a fucking COVID virus, all right. Fucking heifer.
Lycan said, we had 2 records for hurricanes this year. 5 storms at once and a zombie storm. Damn.
No, Emmy got 21 or 22 storms out of 20.
Well, hurricane season, it ain't over yet. We just hit fall, so we got till what, November when it ends?
Yeah, my fucking birthday of all fucking days. Thanks. End of hurricane season, November 30th. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it, you know.
But I will tell you one thing, like, when they were announcing, like, going back to those stim checks, like, they were like,
here we go. Let's talk about them stimulus checks.
Because I know you were talking about, last time we talked, we're going to get $2,000 a month checks.
No, I didn't say 2,000, all right? I said possibly 2,000 because I overheard because of, you know, some of the YouTubers I was listening to, and I was like, all right, it looks like possibility $2,000. I was like, it's not bad.
Yeah, and then I was like, you can't really believe anything those idiots say either.
Well, yeah. Well, you know what? They're all right about the next 1,200 one we're going to be getting next. And guess what? Since you jinxing me too, motherfucker, you ain't getting yours now. I'm going to call Trump up and tell him.
Nobody ain't getting it. Because we were supposed to get the one in, in August, but I think
that's Pelosi's fucking fault. That's Pelosi's fault on that one because she keeps blocking every fucking thing. Her stupid effort.
Yeah, because first it was Mitch McConnell. And then he was happy with it.
I hate that motherfucker too. He's hey, let's all have a lobster day on September 24th. Well, I guess 2 days ago was Lobster Fest, I guess.
Well, even like
I shit you the fuck not. I was watching, I think it was Dan Bonagino or Carl Tuckerson about the shit. He's like, yeah, now the House of Representatives and shit just passed a fucking law of making fucking Lobster Day September 24th from now on. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. If we're looking for fucking money, you're going to talk about lobster? Come on, man.
Oh, even Lycan said we're not getting another check, and if we do, it won't be till after November.
No,
yeah,
it won't.
pretty
They're
much.
saying, but they're saying before the election. They're saying before the election because think about it. Let's think about it here,
Well,
folks.
who said it though?
Who said it? I can name 2 people right now I watch on here that have the exact same information, and they say the exact same thing that they get off of the fucking internets where they look it up. They're CPAs, which is pretty much the people that do stock markets and watch all that shit for 24 hours a day. But they were saying that it's going to become a presidential thing is when we're going to get the money. So, of course, you're going to give people the money, obviously. Like I said, Mike, from the last time we streamed, we're going to have to get paid to win.
Yep.
Trump's got to pay people to win. I mean, yeah, it sounds bad, but it's not what you think. But I want to see Trump just say, fuck them both and just fucking write an executive order for $1,200 checks. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I'll be ranting about it come October 31st. I'm like, well, where's my STEM check at?
And yeah, you ain't getting yours like George Bush said, fuck you in the ass. He said, fuck your $600.
And we got a special guest today in Twitch chat. It is Tom. He is here under Whispering Trees.
Hey, what up, Tom? What up, Tom?
He was promised a zombie apocalypse, and all he got was people bitching about COVID.
No, he's got people freaking breaking in shit. Now, that's another thing, man. I tell you what, I mean, I went off a couple times on my own personal Facebook shit, but idiots that break their own fucking businesses are pretty much dumbasses, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Flat out. And the Black Lives Matter movement is a terrorist organization. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
I agree.
But
I've been saying it
shit.
on Facebook, too. Hey, you know what? I still lost fucking friends over it, too. What was it? The last one
I ended up I told people on my Facebook, man, you say you support that shit, you better hope I don't find out because you're fucking gone.
Well, there was one girl I went to school with, and she was so
that's right. You
upset.
got reported, you got Facebook jail for that shit too.
Well, that was a different one, but there was another one where it was about that boy Cannon who got shot. And
that's right, that little boy, that 5-year-old that got executed.
And I forgot what all I said. But she's still stuck on, oh, Black Lives Matter. All lives can't matter to Black. I'm like, Black Lives Matter is a fucking leftist lie. It's a terrorist fucking network.
Yeah, that's a fucking agenda. That's all it is.
As I've been saying on social media, the Black Lives Matter movement is the next Ku Klux Klan. That's all it is. And
It's
people
been like that, but now,
oh my God! So
so let me guess. So okay, since 2020 has been like this for this time. Just thinking about 4 years when Trump's not in office, what's the next fucking bullshit we're going to see in 4 years?
Who knows?
I mean, yeah, I know, right?
Now, I posted something yesterday, and a friend of mine, somebody I worked with years ago, he was pissed off with the one picture I shared yesterday on Facebook. So,
which one was that?
It was one that says people who leftists promote as heroes, and there's pictures of four.
Oh my God!
George Floyd, drug addict; Breonna Taylor, drug dealer; Rayshard Brooks, child abuser; Jacob Blake, rapist. All true. So you're gonna be mad at me because I post something that's true? I'm like, you unfriended me, okay?
Exactly what we're feeling,
bye.
buddy.
I'm like, the truth hurts, don't it? You know, I mean, they all weren't innocent. None of them were fucking innocent. The only thing that shows that they were innocent is false media. It's what we've been explaining on the show months ago. It's what I've been saying on social media for months. And people want to sit there and bicker and argue. Oh, you're just racist. I had a couple people tell me I was racist for shit.
Let me tell you something about this. Hold up, bro. Let me tell you this, all right? So, what was it? I got a story with this one. So, there was this guy that was fucking, being, you're racist and da-da-da-da-da-da. So I said, let me guess. And he said, well, I was in the Marines. I said, let me tell you something. So, okay, you're in the Marines, right? So, let me guess. You say all lives don't matter. So, that means when you're in a platoon, all your men don't matter? Thank you for proving my point.
Exactly.
And he shut his fucking mouth just like that. I'm like, yeah, you motherfuckers want to say all lives don't matter. Bullshit. All lives do fucking matter. Fuck your little, got to put a color in front of that motherfucking shit.
Yeah. Oh, look, this team. Oh, So somebody I'm friends with on Facebook just showed a picture. I'm gonna put this in Discord. All right.
Oh God, what is
I'm
it?
gonna show you how
At
disgusting.
least
this
at
is
least
to
we
me.
ain't going back to the old ways where we used to post shit that was fucking
Randomly.
hilarious as fuck.
Oh, we'll still do.
Yeah, that's
This is our war room. We'll still do it. All right, come on, process, you son of a bitch. I got full internet service.
No,
Is it
you don't.
going to-
Your internet's shitty. It says it's taking a new
Yeah,
showing.
there we go. Look at that.
Oh, hey, that almost never mind. I can't say because I mean I don't want to cause trouble on your end, but that looks somebody I think you know who.
Well, I don't know who that is, but this friend of mine
we all
posted
could,
it.
we all could take that one guess of
This
who that-
this friend of mine posted it, and she said, it's a teacher showing off her Black Lives Matter shirt." So I'm
Well, you
like,
can't wear a Trump hat.
exactly. It's like, okay, I said yesterday. No, I said today. It was this morning or something about the education. Okay, let me see. Let me go back to my. All right, I said this morning, e-learning is the biggest crock of horse fuck to ever exist. COVID is almost non-existent. Why aren't our children in school? And
Well, I can tell you why. I can tell you something. I went to. I had something. I went to the hospital a couple of days ago. Not a couple of days ago. About a few weeks.
Oh,
About 3
wow.
weeks. Because I was meeting up with my lady, and I said, "What does this look like?" She's like, "We better go get a test." I was like, "All right." So I went to the hospital, and me and this other patient. Well, it wasn't a patient; it was a mother of a patient, and of course, the hospital had CNN fake news, right?
Yeah.
So me and this other lady, we're Trump supporters. We was like talking about COVID and all this stuff, and there was these two nurses up front with fucking mask on, and we're like. I was like, it's pretty sad that, everybody's like, oh, it's 250,000. I was like, you know what? Divide that by pre-existing conditions, and you got about 9,500 people that actually had it.
Exactly. And
So
where
we
I
shut the
shared
whole
it?
country down for 9,500 people.
I shared something that was it was from Mark Levin. Where the fuck is it at? It should still be in here. He his article from Mark Levin said Mark Levin calls 200,000 COVID-19 deaths the biggest lie in this century. Doctors disagree with Trump ally. No, the number has not reached 200,000.
Not even close. It's not even probably
not even close. And they can't. All
It's-
right, let me pull this up while you let's see.
But here's the thing, okay? So it's not even that close of a number. Maybe about 20,000 take or give that did have it. But the majority of it is ones with pre-existing conditions that were already infected, but they didn't take it with their pre-existing.
Exactly. So here's what
And the real COVID virus is Antifa and Black Lives Matter. If you really look at it closely,
Yep.
if you really want to get into conspiracy theories, well, there's one right there for you because it's dying off, actually being searched now since everybody's tired of hearing about it. And if you haven't looked at it closely, when they talk about COVID, you're talking about the writers in certain locations.
Yep.
Oh yeah, New York had a new case. Wow, what's going on in New York? Oh, that's right. A lot of activists going on up there. What a
Yep, all around,
coinky-winky.
pretty much. So
Yep.
here's what Mark Levin said. If you guys don't follow Mark Levin, I suggest give him a try him out. He's talk show radio. He's one of the best out there, the most true American talk show hosts out there, and he
Don
explains it.
Bennett is one of them too.
Well, him, yeah, Sean Hannity, and all them. So-
Not Sean Hannity. Tucker Carlson would probably outdo Sean Hannity in a heartbeat.
Okay, I ain't listened to Sean Hannity in a while. But let's
Yeah,
see.
but I've been listening to Carl Tuckerson a little bit here on YouTube.
So here's what Mark Levin said. We've hit, they said, an ominous number, ladies and gentlemen. 200,000 people have died from the coronavirus. That is the biggest lie in this century. 200,000 people died who may have had the coronavirus, but
With a
less
pre-existing condition.
than 10,000 people died from, and only from, the coronavirus. So 200,000. Let me do the math here.
That's about 20%.
Divided by 10,000.
Yeah, it's 20%.
Yeah, 20. Yeah. So that's a very small
Just
number.
take away a zero, Mike.
Yep. That's a very small. Hell yeah. That's a very small number of people who have contracted the virus and died from the virus. Anybody else who had any kind of conditions, you know, around that time, you know, if they were really sick, if they had the flu, anything like that, if they had any pre-existing conditions, COVID only acted as an accelerator. But they did not die from complications of coronavirus. It was whatever they had.
You know what's the funny thing, and I know I've probably said this before about 3-4 months ago. I'm a smoker. I'm diabetic. I drink, and I haven't worn a mask ever since this shit started, except maybe a doctor's office because they tell you to fucking wear one.
Exactly.
So okay, so here's a mask story, Mike. All right, and this is damn fucking true because I fucking got yelled at for it, right?
Oh.
So I went into GameStop. I didn't even think about it for one fucking minute to get a mask. I just walked in, you know, I wanted to go see about Diablo 4 and see what new games are out. Sir, we require a mask. I said, all right, well, let me put my shirt over my fucking mouth. Is that okay? As long as you keep it up there. I was like, all right. So I started going down, put my mask down, slowly put the motherfucker down a little bit. You know, I'm like, you're going to yell at me for fucking not wearing a mask? I'm like, dude, it's only one fucking person in the store.
Exactly.
I'm like, geez, Peach, what I'm going to do? Fucking cough on a damn video game? Oh, geez, I'm sorry, video game. I did not mean to hurt your feelings by coughing on you.
That's like yesterday. So, Joe and I, we went to bowling alley. We went, you know, bowl a couple
that's got me funny as fuck. People wearing fucking masks.
And of course, the crew that worked there, you know, they're old, elderly people. A few of them are wearing masks, but the guy who dealt with us, he's wearing a face shield that's attached to his glasses.
Yeah, even up here where I live at, there's a guy that wears a face shield all the time. I'm like, dude, how many did you get? He's like, I got 60 of these for like, I think 20 some bucks. I'm like, oh, really? I was like, yeah. So I was like, dude, I mean, it's fucking funny because now I go in there fucking all the time, Dollar General, most of the time, just to go out there and get cigarettes and shit. I know everybody at the Dollar General. I'll just walk in there without a fucking mask on.
Well, that's just the start of it.
Say nothing.
So this guy, okay, you know, we're getting ready to grab some alley balls, and they keep them in a back room where they keep them sanitized and all. He's like, yeah, because we don't keep them out in the lanes, you know, because that would mean we had to come out here and disinfect them and all that, sanitize them, and that's just too much work. So they keep all the balls in the back separated. So we go into this back room, and they give us a glove. It was me, Joe, and the kids. So he gave us each one glove, and he told us to come in. All right, just using the glove, pick whatever ball fits your hands. You know, like, you know, the finger holes and everything.
Oh no, Mike, just stop. Just stop.
So we're
talking about rolls, a bowling ball, and a glove. Think about it.
And yeah, we're fucking fingering balls too.
You're going balls deep in that hole, buddy. Grab your ball, find which one fits.
So we're back there doing that.
Hey, let me just finger this hole a little bit, see if it fits in there. Hey, that motherfucker fits good, don't it?
Yeah. I'm found some balls in here with one glove. But he was also like, he was like, you can take the gloves off when you get to the lanes and all. We just require them back here because it saves us time from disinfecting all the balls in case, you know, like if you're touching them all. I was like, yeah, it's understandable and all.
You should have asked him what the fuck you using for sanitizer.
But
just to fuck with him. I would have like, yeah, so we're using for this sanitizer, that motherfucker, by the way.
Here's what happens between the counter and the room. We're getting ready to go back to the room. He's going to grab the keys from the counter. And he's coughing, and he puts his hand up to his mouth, and he's coughing and all. And I'm like, you're contradicting the whole policy. I mean, not like I fucking give a shit, but you're contradicting. Like,
you're defeating the purpose, dude.
You have no mask, but you got this face shield on, and you're holding your hand up to your mouth to cough, and then you're handing us gloves and shit. Like,
yeah, I mean, fuck yeah. I mean, yeah, it's okay. Here.
Like, you're contradicting the whole thing. It's like, I'm like,
I don't know about you, but I laugh if somebody was a fucking lefty. I would die fucking laughing with the fucking glove on the lefty.
And then the funny
think about it for 1 minute. A lefty with the fucking glove. I'd be fucking rolling up like, Yeah, P got coughed on that motherfucker. I bet you COVID's in some places you don't even realize it.
Yeah. He coughed in it, so here, put this on your hand.
Yep.
And then another funny thing is, they're like, okay, so any place you go into, you got to keep a mask on. You know, they tell you, okay, until you
You're supposed to.
Well,
But some places don't really enforce it.
well, we've been bowling before, and the whole time, you know, even when you're up, you know, throwing the ball down the alley, you know, we've kept our masks up. Well, this guy walks over and he was like, oh, I don't know if they told you, but when you go to throw the ball, you can actually put your mask down and then you throw the ball, but you just got to put your mask back up when you come back to the table. Okay.
That defeats the whole fucking purpose.
Exactly.
Like, dude, did you just realize what the fuck you just said?
I would have been like, look, you're contradicting this bullshit policy that you all gotten set in place. Why not just come out and say it? Just eliminate the 6 feet. Well, okay, everybody can stay 6 feet apart from each other. Okay, that's fine. I don't like a crowded fucking area.
It doesn't really matter, but I mean,
Just-
Jesus Pizza, everybody violates that now. I mean,
just
shit.
tell people they don't have to wear the fucking mask. Just say, look, no masks, none of this. Go hog wild. Like, who the fuck's gonna get sick? If somebody walks out of that motherfucker coughing, it means they had a damn good time. Their fucking heart's racing. You know, I mean, what are you doing? You're going back and forth. You know, throwing fucking 20-pound balls down a fucking alley. You know, you're gonna be huffing and puffing when you're leaving there. So what's the difference? I mean, is somebody gonna fucking cough? Like, okay, maybe there's dust on the goddamn floor or some shit. You know, it happens.
I got a hairball.
Yeah. I'm like, you're all just pretty much defeating the purpose of the policy. I mean, yeah, we had fun bowling and all, and I threw like 7 strikes that threw my fucking arm out, but other than that. And then, of course, when we went back up, you know, we had to put the balls on the rack right there in front of the counter so they could desanitize them and all that and take them in the back. But man,
yeah, it's like I can just imagine that shit.
Let's see. So we're almost about an hour and a half in. We'll cover one more topic here, and then we could do another one next Friday night. So I'll have time then. So this topic, Lycan actually put in the war room, and I looked up the article for it. So about a month and a half or so ago, I forgot how long ago it was. It was probably earlier this month. So school, as I said, returned with the fucking online shit. There was, this was in Colorado Springs. Yeah, this was earlier this month. Now, the whole e-learning shit and all that, okay. Kids are going to be set up in a particular room to do their schoolwork. Right. They're, you know, Avery's in the kitchen, Peyton's in the living room. You sit anywhere, okay, you're going to see anything on the screen. You know, Daddy could walk up behind you shirtless to throw something away. What's going on, Anunnaki bro? I know you're a little late to the party, man, but it's good to see you here, man. But yeah, I could be strutting around the house ass naked, and I'm not even fucking paying attention, and my daughter's got the fucking school on there, and I just walk around and like, oh my god, who the fuck was that? I could imagine a kid be like, what the fuck is that? That's my daddy. Where's his clothes?
Oh Lord, yeah, that would be a bad thing.
Yo, Sebak just got off from work. Okay, that's cool, man. That's good. Yeah, it's good to be back, man. Good to have you guys back listening to us. So yeah, this happened in Colorado Springs earlier this month. A black 7th grader played with his toy gun, a Nerf gun, during
I heard about
virtual
this
class.
Shit.
His school called the police. This is some ridiculous bullshit right here. This is some fucking Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Hillary Clinton bullshit right here.
All right.
So, earlier this month, Danny Elliott was at work last month in Colorado Springs when her 12-year-old son's vice principal called with alarming news. A police officer was on the way to her house because her son had played with a toy gun during virtual art class. Elliott says she was terrified, especially considering that her son is black. I never thought You can't play with a Nerf gun in your own home because somebody may perceive it as a threat and call the police on you. All right, for one, who the fuck is he going to shoot? You can clearly see the gun is a toy. If it's
And they usually
colorful,
have Nerf right on the side of it.
what mainstream color is Nerf guns nowadays? Yellow, right?
Orange and blue. No, orange and blue.
Well, that
Orange
or
and
yellow,
blue.
yeah, orange, blue, yellow, whatever, yeah. So who the fuck are you gonna shoot with a Nerf gun? Like, a teacher could have said, "Okay, can you just put it away, please? You know, we're doing school." How are you so fucking gullible to call the police on a child because he has a fucking toy gun in the presence of a camera? I never heard. Elliot's son Isaiah was later suspended for 5 days and now has a record with the El Paso County Sheriff's Office and a mark on his school disciplinary paperwork saying he brought a facsimile of a firearm to school, even though he was in his own home during a virtual class. The gun was obviously a toy it was painted black and green with a zombie head on the side. And I'm gonna put this picture in the Discord. This is some fucking it's not gonna let me fucking do that. Let me do it this way. Thank
Just
God I
take a
got
screenshot of it.
Yeah, thank God I got Discord on my phone.
Right.
Oh no, I don't want to do that. God damn it. I don't want video. I want there. Oh shit, that fucking blew up fast. All right, so.
I mean, that's just retarded, technically.
Oh, it is. This is beyond. This is like Forrest Gump would call them retards for this shit. That's what the gun looks like. That's all it is. And for him to be like, you could tell it's a toy gun. It's like it's not all black. He's like, oh, it's got an orange tip on it. You know, the slider it's green. Let's see. Elliot flashed out at the school, arguing that it was irresponsible to call the police given the frequency of police violence against black people. With the cultural events going on right now, especially with for young African Americans, you calling the police and telling them that you could have a gun. Telling him that he could have a gun, you put his life in jeopardy. In a Facebook statement, the Grand Mountain School said that while there has been false information spreading online, it can't provide any details on what happened. Of course you can't provide any details
because the kid was underage, under the age of 18 and all that.
Yeah, that, and plus they overreacted to the goddamn thing.
You can get a hell of a lawsuit out of that.
Yeah, and they even went on to saying, we never have or ever will condone any form of racism or discrimination. Safety will always be number one for our students and staff. We follow board policies and safety protocols consistently, whether we are in person or distant learning. But here's the thing, okay, the incident happened August 27th, which was the third day of distance learning at the school. Elliot learned of the trouble when Isaiah's art teacher emailed saying that she had notified the vice principal of the son, who has attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, was distracted and playing with a gun, which she believed was fake. Elliot responded assuring the teacher that it was a toy gun and that she would talk to her son about keeping it away during class. But the vice principal had already called the school resource officer reviewing the recording of the class. The officer watched the footage of Isaiah and another boy pointing a toy gun at a computer screen, according to police report. Okay, well, maybe the kid was a little out of line doing something like that. Yes, like it was in his own home.
It's in your home. You can have any kind of toys you want in your own home.
It's in its own home.
That gives the school zero permission to do that kind of shit for one.
And to receive a 5-day suspension, I'm like, who the hell the kid's gonna fucking shoot? Like, are they trying to say that it's trying to simulate a school shooting? Like,
they're trying to ban the Second Amendment right. Is what they're trying.
That's all it is. That's what the left. That's what the fucking lefts want. That's what the Democrats want. It's like they're pissed off. I know the Democrats are seething right now because there has not been a school shooting since when?
It's not even that. They're right now in panic because these riots have gotten so out of control that all the Democrats are now switching over to the Trump side.
Yeah, there's that. Lycan, I agree with you. This is why we don't do Zoom classes in the house. I don't want the government in my exactly. You know,
Exactly.
that's like, okay, let's say my daughter was on cam and I want to take my Red Ryder out back and do some practicing, you know, and they see me walking past her with holding a fucking gun. Like, what are they going to do? Call the fucking police and say I'm going to shoot my daughter? Like, what the hell is wrong with these fucking people? I'm like, look, I understand, yeah, my daughter's safety and assurance and all is my number one on over top of everything.
That should be every parent.
You
number one
know,
priority.
that's my number one priority right there. Like, I'm not going to see my daughter get hurt or injured or anything of that matter. You know, but something like this, like, okay, if the kid was ADHD and, you know, there's no adults around, okay, that's when I would say blame the adult.
There is really nothing to say. It's not a real damn gun.
Exactly. Well, it's not just that.
There's
it's
nothing
like,
to say. They can't tell you what you can own and not own in your own house. That is against any kind of federal regulation.
because if
So right
anything,
there's a lawsuit. That person can sue the shit out of that school right now.
yep. If anything, I would have been like, okay, who's at home with the child? If the child is ADHD and he's doing school, like, who's there to watch him to make sure he's paying attention? You know,
I'm
like,
pretty sure the parent was, and that, you know, okay, he was playing with a toy earlier, and, you know, it got shown on camera for maybe, 5-6 seconds. Let's be real here. Come on, man. It ain't the kid's fault. It's the dumb idiot that panicked's fault.
exactly. And to call the police on him, he's a fucking teenager.
Not even that. Well, I thought he was a young kid. I thought he was making.
Yeah, he's 12 years old. Well, he's about
Okay, so he's young. He doesn't know that.
He's a child. He's under the age of 18, and it's like he's not even at school. He's at his own home. He's on a video call with classmates. Like, all the teacher had to do was say, "Oh, Isaiah, could you please put that down and pay attention to class?" You know, like, why do you got to go as far as to do that, or at least contact the mother? And then not tell it. Well, the teacher's biggest mistake was telling the fucking principal. You know, if you just email or call the mother, usually that's what happens. The teachers usually contact the parent about, you know, if a child's learning
it's
class.
supposed to be the principal that contacts the parents before they take the further step further.
Yeah.
Normally.
So if anything, the vice principal is to blame for a lot of the shit. But that's still some stupid bullshit. Like, if my daughter went through that kind of shit, I've been like, nah, I'm pulling her out of this school. Fuck you all. I'm gonna press charges, everything. Cypher, it just slid into the Discord. If you want to hop on in, man, go on ahead. You're more than welcome.
Yeah.
Let's see the rest of this fucking article. Let's see. I said black children cannot have this sort of thing on their record. You are reducing his chances at success. Elliot says she told school administrators. She also questioned why the schools called the police before notifying her and her husband. Elliot said that the vice principal said their son's safety was the school's top priority. At this point, it's not even a priority.
What's there to be safety eyes? There's
Exactly.
nothing to be safety eyes about.
If you look at the toy on the camera, on the video, and from the picture that I've seen, you could tell it's a fucking toy. Like,
So that means if you know you're in your own place and you're in the background smoking cigarettes, that means you have drugs on campus.
exactly. That's like, how would you feel as a parent to come home to your child not being there because the police made a stop by, arrested him, and charged him for this and this and that, and then, oh, we didn't bother to call you because we were in the middle of interrogating your son and put him up on charges, this and that. You know, this whole thing, it's sickening. It is. But even Elliot argued that calling the police actually put Isaiah's life at risk, noting that he is the same age as, going back to Tamir Rice, who was shot and killed in 2014 by police officers in Cleveland while holding a BB gun. I remember that story. So yeah, that was another thing that the school can and should be sued for, because they actually put the son's life at risk. What if the police showed up? And
That's pretty much almost like swatting, pretty much.
it is. And you put this young child's life at risk. You know, he's sitting there at home. He's holding this toy gun. And, you know, he's just sitting there, pew, 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 I got you, I got you. And next thing you know, a cop barges into your house. And they're like, put the fucking gun down. Put the fucking gun down. And he turns around holding it at them. Like, what did I do? And then a cop opens fire on him. Is it an accident? It's like, well, it depends if you want to call it an accident or not. You know, the police were reporting to a call about, there's a child handling a fucking gun at home. What is the first reaction of a police officer when somebody draws a fire on them?
Of course, they have the initialize to shoot, but they also get warnings.
Exactly. You know, and the child sitting there, you know, if he has ADHD,
that child's gonna be terrorized the rest of his life with that happening.
Exactly. This whole thing, it's a fucking debacle. It's a whole mess. You know, it's like, you know, we already have the country up in smoke over career criminals being, you know, shot or tased by police officers. You know, like I said earlier, these are career criminals. If I go back, if it'll let me, to the picture I was talking about earlier, George Floyd, he was a drug addict. Dude was on. He was on
fentanyl.
Yeah, he was on fentanyl at the time when he was being arrested. Breonna Taylor, she's a drug dealer. Well, maybe she was an accomplice as a drug dealer, you know, because her boyfriend is the drug dealer. Then you got Rayshard Brooks, child abuser. I didn't read too much on Rayshard Brooks, but then there's Jacob Blake, the rapist. He didn't really. I don't think he fully died. I think he was just in the hospital and all, but. You know, he got shot.
He didn't die. He was just in the hospital. He just got shot. That's what that was.
And these are all career criminals. These are who the leftists, the Democrats, promote as their quote unquote heroes. This is their future. This is their 2020. This is their future. They say, oh, let's remember these people. Oh, let's remember criminals. How about this? All right, I'm going a little bit far with this one. Let's see. Like I said, they want to defund the police, but call them immediately. Exactly. There's that too. Now, they want to say, okay, let's promote George Floyd, you know, put up murals of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, you know, all these career criminals. Let's put them up. All right, you want to promote them as heroes. What if I went as far as to say, how about Lee Harvey Oswald? I know there was a lot of people back then who didn't care too much for JFK. You know, but okay, what about Lee Harvey Oswald? How about John Wilkes Booth? Or would you like me to go down that road? And I'm not all for it. I'm probably going a little bit too far with this. How about Hitler? Or how about Charles Manson? You want to promote career criminals like these in order to push your agenda, to push a racist agenda.
That's all it is an agenda. It's the whole entire thing about it.
Exactly. So it's like they want to promote them as heroes. I'll be like, okay, how about Charlie Manson and his fun bunch right there? What about Lee Harvey Oswald? Who did like and say in the chat? What about Michael Dorn? He was a hero.
Right.
Exactly. And it's all about the left wanting to push their agenda. They use these murders, well, quote unquote murders. I'm like, what do they all do? One was a drug addict. He was on drugs. One was a drug dealer. She wasn't exactly asleep in bed like the media wants you to believe she was. One was a child abuser. One was a woman rapist. Even women came out and asking for justice. About it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what they want as the true black hero is Michael Dorn, and they don't even mention him. Okay, well I don't even think I heard of Michael Dorn. I mean, the name sounds familiar. I have to look him up, but still. You know, they use career criminals as their main poster child for anything at all.
Just to promote their agenda to try to win the election.
But
remember, most of this is because of the election, by the way, too.
Michael Dorn was an ex-cop doing security for his buddy's shop when he was murdered. Oh, okay. That's just what it is. If you're an ex-badge, that's what they do. You know, they shoot you. Trying to stop looters. That's like with with the whole Michael Brown situation down in what was it, Alabama, Georgia, or somewhere in there, Louisiana. The whole Michael Brown thing, and the dude, I think he had just robbed a convenience store or something. He was young, but I think
was Baltimore.
no, Michael Brown was down south. Freddie Gray was Freddie Gray was Baltimore. But yeah, Michael Brown was gunned down by a police officer. I forgot what he had in his hand or whatever. But yeah, the police officer who gunned down Michael Brown received a call about a convenience store that had just got stuck up by him, and he fit the description. But then you got stuff like this, like Tamir Rice. All right, he was holding a BB gun. All right, he was a child outside. I think he was at a park too. And he was
that was in the park. Yeah, that was in the park.
Now, the parents in that case should be held liable because, he had a cell phone. Brown had a cell phone. Okay. But you have a child who's out in public with it's not considered a firearm. You know, it's a toy gun. Well, BB guns are not toys. They're still dangerous weapons. But you have a semi-dangerous weapon. You have it out in public, and if you're playing with it in a public area, that's a dangerous thing right there, you know, because those things, they're not going to, well, they do kill depending on how you use it, or, you know, but it's still a relatively dangerous thing to have out in public. Now, I have a BB gun. I have a Red Ryder. Where does it go? Out in my backyard. I shoot little targets. I shoot soda cans, and Mel got me a little target thing, you know, right around when I bought it. So I shoot little targets. You know, it's a little hobby. I'm not going to carry it around the neighborhood and fucking shoot squirrels with the son of a bitch. You know, that's not my thing. So you got a boy like Tamir Rice. I'm not saying, you know, he did anything wrong. I'm just saying the parents should have had
wrong thing to have on you.
Yeah. You know, the parents should have thought about that. They should have been like, okay, where are you going? What do you have? You can't take that out in public. You know, neighbor's going to call the police on you. You know, it's too realistic as a gun, you know, but even though it doesn't shoot bullets, it shoots BBs, but still it's a dangerous thing. You should not have it with you. But he had it. Somebody called the police, and the police came out, and I think he held it at him, or he turned to them with it.
Turned to him with it.
And they ended up shooting him.
Yep.
And that's usually a police officer's reaction. You know, if you feel like you're threatened by a
if your
firearm,
life's in danger, you have to neutralize it.
Exactly. Yeah, it's sad that a child's life ends like that, but there's consequences to that kind of thing. Like, like I said, you know, the kid didn't commit a crime. He made a mistake. The parents should have been held liable for it. They should have said, "You're going outside with a BB gun. Keep it in the backyard where, you know, it's on our property. Don't take it to the park. Don't do this. Don't do that." I mean, yeah, some kids, I mean, when we were kids, we've done things. We've had slingshots and shit. You know, we snuck them out.
Oh, yeah.
But these day and age, whatever color you are, you know, people are paranoid either way. You know, they see a gun, they're going to call the police, and that's that. But this thing right here, this kid was within his home, and the school calls about it. And then they call the police, and then the police show up. And it's like, that's like I said, you know, the poor kid could have lost his life. You know, the police barge in, this kid's sitting there on a computer holding a BB gun, and they say, put the gun down, and he turns around, and he still has it in his hand. Like, what could have happened? What could have happened to this poor kid? You know, we don't know. It's such a big debacle of things to come, and I hope there's, you know, some kind of justice prevails, and, you know, they get him back in school, they file a lawsuit or something. You know, the article even goes on to saying Isaiah was traumatized by the experience. She said,
"Yeah, I mean, that's going to be PTSD for the rest of his life."
Yeah, Ellie said he was in tears when the police came. He was very scared. He said, "Mommy, I had butterflies in my stomach. I was scared, and I thought I was going to go to jail." Elliot also criticized the school for recording the students in class. She said the school didn't get the permission from parents. That's another thing right there. Like, there should have been some kind of document form, whatever, to have permission to videotape their children for whatever reason. It's a live call. Yeah, but live calls can be recorded.
Get recorded, right.
So they should have asked for permission, before recording their children in any way.
Mm-hmm.
What did I just see, like and see? Did I ever tell you about when I got the cops called on me for shooting a BB gun in my yard in Pasadena? I don't ever think I heard that story. Actually, you know what? Save that one for next week.
For next week, yeah.
Yeah, you can hop in with us, or you can type it up or whatever. We'll go over that one next week. But yeah, this just kind of ticks me off. It's like this is what we've come to. We're not even safe in our own homes because we have these schools monitoring our home life in a way. It's like we invite this shit into our household. For I understand, my child's education is important, and if you're not on a virtual call with them, they mark you as absent. You haven't been here all day, whatever. Okay, I get that, but we're inviting you along with other children into our home, our social lives, our personal lives. They see our living room couch every single day. They see what goes on in the kitchen every day. And I'm not just talking about me. I'm talking about every parent out there in this country forced to reside to e-learning because they're afraid kids are going to get COVID. COVID is a myth. It's almost completely eliminated. It's almost no more. How did I fucking put it? I put it in a certain post.
Certain category, probably.
Yeah, I said it was almost non-existent. That's what it is. I said COVID was almost non-existent. Like, you rarely hear about anybody dying right now from the disease. That's like
I hardly hear about it anymore.
The last thing I heard, and they were trying to scare the public, was Hollywood's big cash cow, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and his family caught it. I'm like, oh my God, Hollywood's cash cow has COVID. Who was the very first Hollywood celebrity to catch it to scare everybody?
Tom Hanks.
Exactly. And then I seen something earlier, something about Rita Hayworth, which is Tom Hanks' wife. She was going on about the vaccine and COVID. Yeah, and I put down in the comment section, I was like, who fucking cares? I'm like, she had COVID. She survived. She got over it. Oh, wow. Who fucking cares? Like, right. You're talking about, people should get the vaccine. They should get No, nobody's getting the fucking vaccine. I'm not a sheep in this country. You know what? I actually told Mel one day, I said, you know what? I want to get me a sign, and I want to write on there, only sheep wear masks, and just go to a random Walmart and stand out front. That's exactly what I want to do. Sheep wear masks.
Oh, no.
I hope somebody videotapes it too on YouTube. So I'll be like, this is the fucking truth, America. If you wear a mask in this store...
I know somebody that would do that. That's the funny thing.
Yep. I'd be like, if you wear a mask in this store, you're a fucking sheep. I'm like, just take the shit off. We are done.
So...
It's like, we are done with this shit. Like, watch, come November, you know.
You know, it's funny. You want to talk about Walmart? I'll talk about Walmart for 5 minutes.
Yeah, go ahead.
But so I went to Walmart about a few days ago. But you had to go on one side of Walmart because the other side of Walmart was closed. So then a couple days later, I had to go back out there. And the next, now both sides are open, and there is no more little gate thing to walk through anymore. What a quinky dinky on that one, huh? But no, they'll still yell at you. They won't even yell at you no more if you go in there without a mask. I've seen a lot of people in Walmart now not wearing masks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, actually, you know what? Two months ago, this is funny you said that. We were in Walmart, and we were near the grocery section. And I see this bald-headed guy walking up and down the aisle, no mask. No mask. And I made a complaint to the front cash register. Or the front cashier, because we got into self-checkout. And I'm thinking, and I'm announcing it around me, and I'm hoping everybody heard me. I was like, look, there's a guy, and I described him what he was wearing too. I was like, look, if I gotta come in this fucking store wearing a mask, he needs to wear a fucking mask. Now, yeah, I'm against the shit. I say fuck the mask. I'm with him. But if you're all gonna fucking enforce something, then
they
you
actually
better
got
enforce it.
sued over that. They actually
I
got
bet.
sued over it. So that's why now I don't think they're really enforcing the shit anymore because they got sued. I suppose I
Good.
think somebody's suing them because of the shit.
Good.
And it was causing a lot of fights.
And you know what?
So that's why they're not enforcing it no more, really.
And here's what happened. She went to the customer service area and she got on the intercom. She said, "Everybody in this store, if you are not wearing a mask or a face covering, you need to leave immediately and get a face covering. You are supposed to be in here." Da 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 da. And sure enough, I turn around because I was in one of the checkout lines. I turn around, I see him standing in line. Motherfucker had a mask on.
Good job, Mike.
I'm like, look, if I gotta be in this bitch following some bullshit rules, everybody's gonna do it.
I know. I ain't going to fuck. I mean, I'll go. I mean, I don't put it over my nose. I put it just up my mouth.
Well, that's
If
what
I
I
get a
do.
little snot if I get a little snot on that motherfucker, I'm like, oh, well, I guess I got a little snot coming out. I guess the force gonna get it.
I
I
work-
like putting it over my fucking nose.
I wear glasses, so that shit steams up my glasses. I gotta have it over my mouth. I'm like, if you want me to wear it, I'm not covering my nose. I need to breathe.
Exactly.
So this was our grand return.
First step.
Yep. And breaking
Looks
out
like
of
success.
retirement. Now, I'm not setting up a specific schedule for tuning live because, well, it depends on certain
We'll
days.
just
I'm able to-
we'll notify everybody when we're going live and stuff. We'll just
Yeah,
notify
exactly.
you.
It's good to see Tom over there in the chat. He just invited me to his Discord. Thanks, Tom. You are back in here as well. Like I said, this is our new Discord, and we're trying to get everybody back in here and all. Also, Tom, since you're here, it's good to see you back with Through the Doorway. I know you're on a little hiatus too because of some health issues, but it's all good. I like the way you got it set up too. So hopefully in the future, maybe I can do something on here. Maybe I can join you all for Through the Doorway over there. But anyway, guys, this is where you can find us right here on Arrow Entertainment on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe for more great content. All of our other content, our past content, even stuff that belongs to Tom, other random crap, Through the Doorway. You can find that content on here and on his YouTube channels as well. Also, you can follow us on Twitter at Arrow with a Name. That is our only social media outlet right there. If you guys want to follow us on there for updates and all. Mike, you got anything to say? Closing out?
All I gotta say is 2020, hurry the fuck up. We're all tired of your fucking ass, and all you fucking hurricanes, get the fuck out of the sea. You disappear, motherfuckers. We're tired of fucking rain.
Yeah, tell me
But all
about
that,
it.
I hope everybody's having, since our grand return, hope everybody's had a good, summer. Besides all the bullshit that we've all been listening on the news and bullshit like that. But I mean, I hope everybody had a great summer otherwise and tried to have fun. But just stay safe out there, and of course, as always, love, peace, and Middle East. Yeah.
Yep. And until next time, guys, catch us next Friday night right here on YouTube and on twitch.tv/Arrow with a Name. Thank you guys for coming in. And until next time, stay tuned in.